I forgot. Just a second. I will speak today about, do you see it or not? No?
You just have to, but you know, the share screen, and then you choose the file.
Yes, yes, I know. And now? Now
Yes.
it's fine?
Yes. Now it's there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. And today I will talk about introduction into migration legislation in Russia. And I will try to explain the basics, so you know what it is and how it works. Normally, in order the foreigner have a legal status in Russia, you have several options, either to be employed officially or to come on the basis of a different kind of a visa, or to have a residence permit. Well, I will start with the official employment. It's possible by concluding an employment or civil contract with a Russian company. In this case, the foreigner obtains permit. They are patent, simple work permit, or HQS working permit. So what is the difference? We will see. The first one is a patent. Patent is granted only for citizens of countries with the visa-free regime. It is granted, this document is granted only for 1 year. These people shall undergo medical examination and to pass exams, Russian language, history, and legislation basics also. Yes, the main difference between this patent and other working permits is that the foreigner shall personally go to the immigration authorities and to submit the documents. So this person make all the documents himself. Then we go to work permit. It's a so-called simple work permit. It is also granted for 1 year, but for citizens of the countries with visa regime. Well, although it is granted only for 1 year, it's not so easy to obtain it, because first of all, the employer shall receive special permission to employ foreigners, and also these foreigners also shall undergo the same medical examinations and exams, and in general, it takes 3 months to obtain such a work permit. So it's not really a good option. But for non-commercial organizations, that is the only option, unfortunately. HQS working permit is not possible for them. And by the way, for these people, the work visa is also needed. Well, let's move to the most popular one. It's HQS working permit, or highly qualified specialist work permit. The main advantage of such working permit is that it's quite fast to obtain it, about 1 month. It can be granted for 3 years, and also family members can get the same term visas. So it's very, very convenient. The only requirement is the salary. The salary shall not be less than 2 million rubles per year, and also the employer shall notify migration authorities on such salary payment quarterly. It means that even though the person is not working, or for any reason like a vacation, or the person is ill, the employer still shall notify that he paid the employee 500,000 rubles in 3 months. So that is the real requirement, and it is a question to the employer how he will pay it, either as a salary or as a bonus. I think that, well, but still, we just heard several rumors and talks that soon this limit will be increased, because this set limit of 2 million was set really, really a long time ago. And it is time to increase this amount, because a lot of people who are not really highly qualified, they uses this structure, they uses these working permits and just work with such a permission. Then we have the last permit is a residence permit, or VNG in Russian. This is very interesting kind of a permit. We think, and that is a great permit for those who really lives in Russia. For example, for those who have families in Russia, or in future they plan to receive Russian citizenship. It's a good permit really for them, because the person has almost the same rights as a Russian citizen. They are like, the person can work without any permission documents. The person can be registered as an individual entrepreneur, for example, if he doesn't want to open a legal entity, or the business is not so big, he wants to be just well, IP. And of course, the option of obtainment of citizenship. There are two options to obtain it. One is a longer way, and the second is a so-called faster way. The longer way, there is a, in between, there also a certain permission, like temporary residence permit. First, you receive this document, and in 6 months, you can apply for residence permit. The second option is HQS residence permit. If you get this HQS work permit, you can immediately apply for residence permit. But there is a little, no, I would not say it's strict, but the residence permit is granted only for the period of validity of your working permit. So for 3 years. So when it is expired, you need to prolong it. So that is, I think that is enough with permissions. Let's move to also good theme is visas, invitation letters. There are plenty types, a lot of types of visas in Russia applicable, but I think that today the main important and interesting business visa and maintenance work visa. I think that you all know about business visa, that it is for business purposes, for negotiations, meetings, conferences, forums, etc. It is possible to make it 1 year with multiple entries, really one of the best visas ever. For European people, you can just make a simple invitation letter on the letterhead of the inviting company, and it is enough. For other countries like UK or USA or India or other, the procedure a little bit different. You need to apply to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and well, it is a little bit longer, but still, all is feasible. And then maintenance work visa. Well, it's quite a new type. It's quite a new type. It's it appears during the pandemic. This visa is for workers who install or make maintenance for maintenance of the imported equipment. So you need to apply to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and actually the buyer of this equipment shall apply for such invitation letters. You need to provide, first of all, the contract, supply contract, and to show, if needed, the connection between the specialist and the supplier, foreign supplier. Well, it is really time consuming to receive such a visa, because you collect all the documents first, and then it's time for making such invitation letter, and then with this invitation letter, foreigners shall make this visa. I heard that in Germany, it takes 21 days to make a visa with the invitation letter. It's quite a long procedure. And with all this, the duration of such visa is only 3 months and single entry. And now we really have a problem with clients who need urgently to install the supplied equipment, and there are delays because of this. So if you plan in future to install, to conclude supply contracts, you have to think in advance how to make, maybe to make a duly schedule or logistics, something with your people, because normally workers do not want really to stay in Russia for 3 months in a row. They previously come for 3 weeks and then back home for 1 week. And now it's not possible. So either there should be a certain rotation of the specialists or something. We don't know, maybe something will change, but now it is how it is. But we just heard recently, and this is so funny because suppliers, they're trying to convince us that no, it's possible to make a double entry visa. We know that somebody received double entry, you are not right. We are really talking with Minister of Internal Affairs. They confirmed that it's not true. Maybe it was a mistake, maybe. But I haven't seen, when I asked to show me such invitation letter for technical purpose, I didn't receive it. And here I can add one more thing, is that a lot of people just use business visa for technical purposes. We highly recommend not to do so, because the fines are quite high. For the supplier of the equipment, there are no fines at all. The foreigners maybe will be deported for sure, but all fines are for the buyer, the Russian company. And the fines are very high. It's 1 million ruble per one person, and activity suspension of the company for 90 days. Yes, so we do not recommend to do so. Just do it correctly if you are the buyer of such equipment. Yes, and I will finalize my speech with the changes to immigration legislation. We expect them in December. They are fingerprint registration and photographing, plus medical examination. If fingerprint registration and photographing is more or less clear, medical examination, we have questions to medical examination, because it says that you undergo medical examination, first of all, when you come to Russia and you receive your working permit. And then in 30 days, within 30 days after your medical certificates are expired. Normally, we have a rule that medical certificates are valid for 90 days. It means that a foreign employee shall undergo these medical examinations 3 times a year. We are waiting for any clarifications. We are waiting for an official document. We are all very curious about it, because we are concerned. We have our clients, we have our foreign colleagues, and we are really worried about them. We do not want to make their life difficult. We, on the contrary, we want to make their life easier, I would say. So, but we'll see. That is all. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will be happy to answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Erzhena. Our high qualified specialists will make medical exams, more they will be healthy, I believe. And also I was very surprised because when you described the procedure to obtain the patent, it's practically the same like in Luxembourg to obtain the citizenship. You have to pass the language exam and the cultural historical exam. But okay, it's a little bit different. And then I was also on one side happy that there is some evolution in the visum delivering in Russia. It's quite fast. and quite easy today. And I will pass the floor with happiness to Philippe Borimans and Jimbao Theng. I'm correct? I hope.
Absolutely, absolutely.
To describe us and how it happens today in Belgium. Are